truthful. Like if this man's gonna spend $3 million on your penthouse, whether it's in your name or not, it just it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. So the last couple episodes, first of all, y'all already know how Tyler Perry do, honey. I missed 2 episodes, but honestly, I could sum it all up because he be moving so slow, honey. Last thing that I saw, the last thing that I talked to y'all about was Andy coming home and seeing that her house has been cleared out. Gary has bought her the penthouse apartment in the Sky High for $3 million and has put it in her name. Okay. So all the girls make it over to her house. They see that the house is emptied out. At first, Andy does not want to go up to the penthouse because Karen is, telling her, no, you don't need to do that. So Danny and Sabrina go up to the penthouse. They fall in love. It's beautiful. He has it decked out. He has like a mural of her in the closet slash bathroom area. Oh, it was so pretty. So they end up, after much nudging from Sabrina and Danny, Andy and Karen do end up going up to the penthouse. The security is a little bit off because I feel like if you got a penthouse, especially in a place like this, you shouldn't just be able to press the button to pee and then open up to your apartment. You should have to put a key and then or like put a code or something. But none of that happened. But you know what? It's Tyler. We're not gonna nitpick about the details. We're not gonna nitpick about the details, but I'm just saying. They get in there. It's beautiful. Andy's all in love. You already see her falling for it. You know what I'm saying? And this is what I'm talking about when it comes to Andy being bought and being very bird-like. Don't get me wrong, Andy is a great lawyer. I'm sure she does not have $3 million to buy this apartment, but also I am concerned because Andy just seems to forget about all of the things that happened between her and her and Gary over these 4 seasons. Okay. The man was just in jail for like, what was it, embezzlement? I don't remember what he was in jail for, but he just got off of a federal case for doing something illegal. I don't even remember how he got off the case. I have to go back and look because I don't remember how he even got off of the case. So how do you have this $3 million to buy this penthouse? And then me and my husband was watching. I was like, well, shoot, at least it's in her name. My husband was like, a man that'll buy you a $3 million penthouse is also a man that'll kill you. I said, I said, you know what? You're right about it. You're right about it. I would want to keep the penthouse, but also there are too many strings attached to this penthouse. Now, mind you, I ain't never been in the position to have no $3 million penthouse in my name with the Rolls Royce and millions of dollars of designer bags and clothes and shoes. To say how I would feel. However, I know if it were me, I would want to take it and just still be done with him. But it is truthful. Like if this man's gonna spend $3 million on your penthouse, whether it's in your name or not, it just it ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. It ain't safe. But Andy is getting fooled. She sees, she sees that he got her like he's has attention to detail, and a lot of psychos do have attention to detail, Andy, but he has such attention to detail. She talked like it's the little things, like the ice cream that she likes, or the love notes in the drawer, or this is the design that she says she wants, like all of that. And that's all well, great and good. And if he was not such a trash man, then we would love this. But he's proven to you from messing with you while he was married, from almost killing you, from having a woman in your bed, even though it was supposed to be for therapy, for dang near stalking you. Like all of these red flags mean nothing to you because he buys you an apartment. It doesn't make sense to me. And again, I'm sick to death of Andy and Gary. And I'm with Karen. And so I'm in this group and on Facebook, and some of the people are like, Karen's just bitter, she's jealous. No, Karen is actually being a friend as far as I'm concerned. See, Karen, when it comes to, I'm not Karen, but when it comes to Karen in this friend group with Andy, as far as it goes with Andy, I am this friend. I don't care what this man has done. I don't care what he's bought you. I don't care how cute, these shoes are, or how big this apartment is, or how nice this car is. I don't forget when my friend was passed out from this man. I don't forget that the wife literally has a lawsuit out on my friend right now. I don't forget that my friend was held at gunpoint. I don't forget none of that. You might do, because you're digmatized, and then you're penthouseatized or whatever. So you may forget it, but I don't. And I respect Karen for being like, no. She sees that her friend is going back down the road, but she's trying to keep her on the right, keep her laser focused on moving forward. Now, Danny and Sabrina, honey, child, they'd be bought in a second, but I would be there for my friend's well-being overall. So I do agree with Karen in that sense. Now, what I do not agree with Karen on is how she's handling this alleged baby. Because again, we still ain't been to nobody's doctor. Okay? Nobody's doctor. But she tells the girls that she is expecting a child. And Danny asked the questions that everyone really wants to ask. Are you keeping the baby? Who's the baby's daddy? Now, it aggravates me that every time Danny gets to talking real talk, they be, Daddy, hush. Don't say that. Shut up. This is not the time. No, this is the time. Ain't no better time than the present. This is the time. So, are you keeping the baby? Yes, I'm sure I'm keeping the baby. Okay, well, who's the daddy? Zack is the daddy. Well, how you know Zack is the daddy? That's what we all want to know. How do you know? You don't. And even Aaron is like, I mean, how far along are you? You don't know. But based on the timelines, I mean, if we will go back to the past seasons, honey, you banged one, and then a day or two later, you banged the other, honey. The margins, through my thing. The margins are too close together for you to be definitive in who is the father and who is not the father, especially when you don't even know how far along you are. Karen wants it to be Zack so bad. You was the main one who said you was done with Zack, but now you're trying to do any and everything you can to stick with Zack and to hang on to Zack. And I loved how when Fatima came in there, honey, Karen's face got correct, baby. It got cracked because she's sitting up here thinking that Zack don't tell her nothing, or that Zack is moving in this new relationship the way that he moved with her, and baby, he is not. He is not. And I am happy to see it. Zack and Fatima have an open and honest relationship. They each are telling each other what's going on. So when Karen is thinking that she's dropping the bomb, baby, can't nobody tell me nothing about my man. My man ain't already told me. See, that's the type of relationship that you got to have, honey. It's the type of openness that you got to have, baby. You can't let the next person, you can't let outside people tell you about what's going on in your household. Yes. And Fatima handled it very well. She let her know, I know what's going on. And for the record, if this is Zack's baby, I will not mistreat your child. This happened before me and him were official. I ain't got nothing against it. Very grown woman. I love it. Kara trying to, well, he still called me. Girl, he don't call you. Girl, don't nobody believe that. Girl, he don't call you. Fatima, that didn't even phase Fatima, okay? Birds, honey. Bye. Karen does end up apologizing for trying to push Fatima's button. She just wants to make her mad because hell, she's mad. And Fatima, accepts the apology. And for some reason, they allowed her to stay with the group of girlfriends for a second to, partake in maybe a glass of wine or a piece of the herb. And it's too soon. It's a little too soon for all of that. Like, Fatima could have easily maneuvered into this friend group if not for her dealing with Zack. And I understand that she likes them, and you can tell everybody likes Fatima. Andy likes Fatima, Danny likes Fatima, Sabrina is Sabrina. So maybe eventually they could have a really good like stepmama, baby mama co-parent relationship, if that is Zach's baby, but it's too weird and too soon for right now. And I'm sure it's hurtful for Karen to see this other side of Zach. Fatima has his passcodes to his phone. She's, you know, she's with him now that he got some money. Like, she's getting the best version of Zach. And so I'm sure that's hurtful for Karen, who dealt with the trash Zach for 3 years. Speaking of Zach and his money, honey. So he's sitting up here with Jake from State Farm, who's telling him that the people whose names who his name is in circles of people who he don't want his name to be in circles of, because that causes red flags, and people gonna start investigating. How did you know to buy this stock? And so this is just me. I know that this is TV land, so we just gotta suspend reality for a minute, but this is just me thinking there is no proof. Like, it does not matter what you say. Like, y'all can be mad that I hit this stock all you want, unless you have some proof. I could not know the margins from 6 months, 6 years, 6 days ago. It doesn't matter. There's nothing you can do about it. What There's no proof of any kind of insider trading. There's nothing connecting me back to the lady who gave me the little tip. So I didn't take any of her money. So, like, for real, what are we talking about? How am I in any type of trouble? And we find out in this episode that Hayden is actually in cahoots with Gary, because Gary is using Hayden to keep an eye on Andy, and and Hayden is using Gary to find out about how Zach knew about this stock. And Zach is not stupid. He's not just finna sit up here and be like, oh, this random white woman gave me the tip. No, he's not finna say that. So I don't understand what they think is going to come from this. Like, there's no evidence of Zach doing anything illegal. So this whole storyline to me is stupid as to how he ended up getting arrested at the end of the episode. What do they have on him? Give me some proof. Hayden, why are you still this obsessed? You're sitting up here limping around on crutches and you're still this obsessed. Will somebody come stump this roach out, please? I'm tired of him. And Gary, again, showing his crazy, but Andy is so enamored by these material things. He's got Hayden looking out for her. We already know Hayden be tapping phones. Gary knows that there's something between Andy and Robin, so now he's trying to figure out what's going on. Don't trust none of the men on this show as far as you can throw them, and not even Zach, because Zach is just now turning over his leaf, so we don't trust him all that much either. You know what I'm saying? But I don't think he's gonna cross Fatima, because Fatima is low. It's like slick, zoned out. Okay. What else? That's really all that happens. Sabrina talked about her and Panty Man. Don't nobody care. Oh, before I forget, Maurice pulls up to the bank where nobody banks, and Q was outside. Q done got parole and done told them that he's gonna be staying at Maurice's house. You got some nerve, my dude, to think that you gonna be staying at my house after you tried to rob me. You got some nerve. Um, he told Maurice, if you don't let me in the house, then within an hour, then I'm gonna be back to jail. Well, you finna go back to jail, because you're not coming in my house. Why are you even here? Why are you back at the scene of the crime talking to me? Foolish? What is happening? Maurice Maurice is gonna let doggone Q in. I don't understand. Is everybody on this show dickmatized? It don't make sense. It don't make sense. That's it. That's all I'm gonna say about sisters. You guys, thank y'all for tuning in to my opinions. Tell me your opinions down below in the comment section. Okay.
Thank you for watching a snippet of Finally Be Friday live. If you would like access to the full video, become a beauty by joining the membership. Take a look around my website to see all the services that I offer, then click the Join Today button to receive access to live streams, member-only content, beauty community post, and producer credit. Thank you to all the beauties that have supported me thus far, and all the beauties that are joining each day. Follow me on all socials, link in the D box. See you next time. Peace.